What are Incoterms? Incoterms, or International Commercial Terms, are standardized trade terms published by the International Chamber of Commerce, the ICC. They are not laws by themselves. However, once incorporated into an international sales contract, they become binding between the seller and the buyer. For example, when you write FOB Tokyo, Incoterms 2020 in a contract, the Incoterms rules apply. For the accounting department, this is very important. Incoterms are not just trade customs. They are legally binding parts of the contract, and therefore, they directly affect business operations. This means accounting professionals must fully understand them. A critical distinction to keep in mind is between title and risk of loss. Title refers to the legal right to control and dispose of the goods. In most cases, title passes at the time defined in the contract, such as when payment is completed. Risk of loss, on the other hand, refers to who bears the responsibility for any damage or loss of the goods during transportation. This timing is determined by the contractual terms, based on Incoterms. A common mistake is to assume that title and risk of loss always transfer at the same time. In reality, they often transfer at different times. This directly impacts accounting treatment, customs valuation, and even insurance coverage. For example, under an FOB, free on board, contract, Company A in Asia sells goods to Company B in the United States. Once Company A loads the goods onto the vessel, the risk of loss transfers to Company B. If the ship sinks after loading, the loss is borne by Company B. This is true even if title to the goods still remains with Company A. So, remember, title means who has legal ownership and control. Risk of loss means who bears the financial responsibility for damage. These two do not necessarily coincide. Therefore, the accounting department must carefully distinguish between the title provisions in the sales contract, and the allocation of risk of loss under Incoterms. Only by doing so can a company ensure accurate accounting treatment and maintain reliability in international trade operations.